Sorry I'm late tonight, chat. Lost track of time a little bit.
What do you want to know? Good.
I turned down the in-game music a little because I kept getting copyright claimed. Still can't enter my room for some reason. Uh,
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a... Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a...
don't know what to do here. If I don't sleep, I'll have to actually wait for time to pass until I can talk to that guy again.
Yes?
Hold on a sec. Oh, I can't go into my room until I pay guard? Huh? Sleep on the first night. At roughly 10 p.m., a speech box will appear, indicating Kim wants to talk. Ask where you're going to sleep. He says to convince guard to let you stay for free. Okay, so it's a scripted thing. I'm not supposed to go to sleep right at 9 p.m. Alright, so I gotta find a way to make 22 minutes go by quickly.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real. Yes?
Talk about something else. Goodbye.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Oh, the cook is gone. Okay, what is that? Something selectable over here. Nice, 50 cents. I guess I'll make my way over to the pawn shop. is that? A plastic bag! Oh, fuck yeah! Now I just need to find some empty bottles. Alright, now I have something to do. Wait, I can't grab that one? Oh. Which ones can I grab? Guess I need to look around. That one? Oh yeah. I'll have 130 bucks in no time. Look, there's two more. So Nintendo announced that they're going to discontinue online services for the 3DS and the Wii U. Oh, Pink Pikmin. It's not exactly surprising. I mean, they're both dead systems.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
Well, all I'm going to say on that matter is it's surprisingly easy to mod a 3DS, but once the online services are discontinued, it might not be so easy anymore, so better better do that while you still can. Are there any
Trash
bottles in
containers
here?
The smell of rotten food
No.
rises to greet you.
Just
You
trash.
see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Did I pick something up? I thought I just saw the cursor change. Must be imagining things. Thought there was a bottle here. Can I drink? Oh, the little icon changed. I thought that meant I could drink. Gotta find more bottles. there any here? There have to be some in the park here, right? It's hard to see them at night. Hang on. Got any empty bottles?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Ooh, fresh. Nice. I'm saving the economy by collecting and selling bottles. But I don't think I've found any since I've been in that store. Damn, these guys are still standing here, huh?
Scab?
Oh wait, I can go this way? Huh?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Don't seem to
Gotta
like
be
them
bloody
much.
stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
You tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now has arrived the perfect moment.
Oh right.
Speaking of, what
The,
brings
the
the
card I
RCMP
stole from
here?
that sleeping
To the
guy.
Wild North. Come to see the strife?
Wait, but didn't I already tell him I was a cop?
The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card.
But that's not you, officer. From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago John?
Doesn't seem plausible now that I
Yes, and
think
you
of it.
also told me you're a cop. But now that this is settled, how did you get a shift card?
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
Put it on the ground.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again? He should watch his step, that John. Can I have the card?
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
It's evident. Wait, no, I can tell him it's an undercover infiltration.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that. So, what do you need?
I need to know what's behind these
My
gates.
friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does it mean you can let me
I
through?
don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, Why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah,
Is your
the
head?
2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Seminese? Is he from Seaman?
Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again. And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
It's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone ever bested
Not
him?
yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy.
I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor. Being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands.
What's the strike
You know,
about?
serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
I'm a bit short on money right now. Let me ask this striking guy
Sure thing, my friend.
if he has any to
I can
spare.
help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment. You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Gotta spend money to
Aye,
make
you
money.
lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
Nice talk. Has that gate always been open, or did it just open recently? I thought I tried going up here. Gates of a strike, press button behind guard. Definitely want to save before confronting that guy. More.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Looks like he's wearing a neck brace. I think it's the lighting.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me. That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul.
You reek of it. And
Oh,
it is
alcohol?
the sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Tim, is it really that bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to get through.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
The fat racist over there, you just him after pumping iron.
Look at my chronology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor. Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
What is he talking about?
Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Show him the ID card? Crap, did I tell him I was a cop already?
The man looks at you, silent and unmoving. His eyes burrow into the remnants of your soul.
You are not Santiago. Santiago is not you. Even the phrenically impaired can see this.
I guess I'll play along with him to get to the button.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty.
Oh boy.
Which one do you need education on?
Have to pick one of these?
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about Tip A and B to appreciate the dip.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, tell me about the other ones
otherwise,
then.
It just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Who exactly are the Mon?
You know them by the names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Got it.
You're welcome.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
I don't even know what sartorial means. I know it's named after the philosopher Sartre, but I don't know what it means in this context.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensity. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum.
Sebum?
Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
I've never heard of sebum before. Is that like semen?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Wrong. Mercury's in retrograde. What's the difference? Continue receiving wisdom in parentheses.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. The Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yes, to an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. unhealthy, muddy, and ashen.
I
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alrul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
eating potato. All the grad know how to do is work, charge their phone, be bisexual, eat hot potato, and lie.
The Khoikhoi, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Seminole Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the
Alright, I'm just gonna skip through this conversation a little more.
82,000 years that we've been recording history.
I don't think he's saying
We have
anything
very
of value.
little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
Pretty sure history hasn't lasted that
The
long.
mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair.
Go away,
and
stupid
bone.
political thoughts.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaras reading potato cards. It is literally, the revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoikhoi to the Occidentals. Enough of Tibet mediocre tips. CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Alright,
It
let's
would
not
be
go into it
cruel
then.
to entertain ourselves. with
Alright,
their
can I get
default.
through now?
You
Have I learned
understand
enough?
Nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery.
Will you let me
We
through if I
will
do?
see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Okay.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
He
Show him the
does
mug.
not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup.
He had nothing to do with it.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
I understand now. Deeper.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have
I
you
got it
not?
from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminese people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon
Wow, that
our
just makes me like it
race.
even more.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminese race.
I've never heard of the Seminese. I've experienced head trauma.
I can see that. The Seminese are the South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are the future. That is all you need to know. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. Good.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky
He
one.
will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid.
What do those tattoos mean?
Still, racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
No, I'm the good type
I
of
have
racist,
taken
trust
the
me.
trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a...
Alright,
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Where's the Kingdom of
It
Conscience?
is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Speed? You mean like the drug?
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment.
What about all the
by
things that are wrong
increment.
now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid? What a fucking joke.
What's it actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because
Just shining my
humans
flashlight in this
discard
dude's face the whole
many of
time
the
I'm
categories that
having
define
this
and limit it today.
internal
The
dialogue.
kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
Post-capitalist, I like the sound of that.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Post-sexual, ew, no thanks. How are we gonna make more people then?
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about... That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that...
I don't know if I like the sound of that. Snows, the flakes are softer and they stick to your forehead. When it rains, the weather is warmer. She's coming to the administrative region. Glory and humanism are reinstating. can level up. I think I need more hand-eye coordination. Alright, hold on. Quick
Your
saving.
race descent has only worsened since I...
Wait, hang on. I think I need to be holding the crowbar.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Oh,
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
dude, fuck you. Could heal yourself now.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure.
Oh, am I dead?
It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah. Screaming all you fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant
Aw.
of RCM passed away yesterday. His death?
Good thing I quick saved. Alright, let's talk to Kim.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. We should take care of that then.
Don't have any money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
I'll be back for that button. Mark my words. Go down the stairs, dude.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it?
Did we come to an arrangement?
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Let Kim say something.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Wait, I still have my key then? How come I couldn't get into the room?
Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
Huh?
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Already forgot where it was.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
He's gone? When is he going to be gone?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
do you mean you confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. I don't know, is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
You want to put them on your machine?
No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yeah, outrageously
He
cool.
flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Alright, I just gotta remember where the pawn shop is. It's, nope, it's not over here. It's in the south part of town, correct? Yeah, down these stairs. Can't believe they're still open this late.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
I do appreciate
I've
it.
heard photosensitivity for people who have seizures.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
Cool that you're still open. Big city
The
vibes.
pawn shop is always open.
I like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Wow, that's more than enough.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Alright, back to the hotel. So that I can figure out where the door is. Alright, barkeep, I've come to pay my tab.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well?
I'll be polite.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
Can't we just, like, split a
Anything else
room?
I can do for you?
I don't want to have to pay 20 bucks all by myself every night.
Do I have a shaker in my hand?
It's not a shaker.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Because I'm not.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix.
I don't even know what a Marinella
Hey,
is.
so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Popo type.
Yes. Guess what's yours?
I'm kind of hoping for the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again.
I'm a cool
You're-
cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Oops. I'm not sorry. I changed
No,
my
you
mind.
don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? They'll be super, super fine.
I'm really not sorry.
Okay,
Fuck off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
I have some self-worth.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Fine.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
There is no traffic.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know he smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Right then, the
Yes.
debrief.
It's been a long and eventful day.
What do you think today went?
Well, we didn't even look at the body. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I don't waste time, you know. My mind moves
It's
fast.
impressive, to say the least. For a man your age, especially. Those are some stylish shoes too, by the way. Those loafers. Must be hard to run indoors like you do.
What are our powers
They're
exactly?
quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
What else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Can you be sure they'll show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
And if they resist?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
What happens to people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records. which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Who makes all these rules? A coalition government?
The international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was a coalition
It's probably
government.
more honest, yes. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if
Okay.
they think you do.
The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralists International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP.
The Insane Clown Posse?
Most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
What do you think of
The
them?
moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Do they believe
What do
in?
they believe in? They are Dolorians.
Like
They
the car?
believe They continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
What's
The
Dolores
historic
Day?
figure, the author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Their
Interesting
symbol.
question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
They've done an awful job here. See, this place isn't humanism. You're a student of the world's biggest bourgeoisie organization protecting bourgeoisie rights.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
To make our own
Spoken
law?
like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope we'll help improve things here, at least do
Me
some
too.
good.
But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Level up again. I see. Has it been 8 hours yet? No, it hasn't. It's only been like 2 hours. I don't even remember how much those dice cost.
Yes?
Alright, time for bed. Ooh, I can pick up a bottle for the machine, right? No, that one doesn't count. Wait, what about this one? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours.
Looks more like a futon than a bed.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why not? I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly, smells of alcohol and sweat, and grease. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm. Breathing is a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain
No more
waves.
thoughts, head empty.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
No more thoughts. Oh. Oh good, I still have my bag of bottles. I can't walk over the gloop. Oh god, it's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
Oh hey, a disco
Reality
ball.
will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me.
Who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I left or I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go.
Damn.
Let it all be dragged
Hate
away.
to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Am I right?
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed.
3 times gone. That doesn't sound
You
very
failed
permanent.
me. You failed Elysium.
Oh, title drop.
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people.
Is that all?
And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've seen you
No,
before.
you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
God, shut up, limbic system. Give it a rest. Yeah, you got a full 8 hours. Wait, Boogie Street, didn't that other racist guy mention that?
Good going, buddy.
You just had the most beautiful dream.
Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
What is
It's just that
happening?
your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Uh-oh.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating
No, it didn't.
hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
I saw the whole day. I didn't see him do speed once.
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell, man. See how you do without your spark.
I guess I could always ask Kuno for some. He probably knows where to get some.
The fan stands still. The lights are on.
Alright, we're finally on day 2. Kim, are you awake? Probably left his room already.
The door is closed.
Oh, look at that! The dining area is open. Got something to say?
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
You mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing.
Those detective books? The guys Gart told us about.
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no
I'm
hurry.
curious.
They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine.
I'll do a save.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, lieutenants. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
Not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Feels like she's waiting for a reaction of some sort.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Let's talk to Titus then. Are you Titus?
This is where you say your bit.
Bit? What bit?
Detective.
Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
He's talking about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. in his 30s, overbearingly masculine, sitting on his right. Standard working boots, size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room, probably mid-50s. Smoker, quiet, across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots, size 43.
I don't even remember what all the sizes were, or how many there were.
In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations, hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick.
Big dick.
Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
The plectrum.
On his neck. Forget it. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Ew.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Well, I think we got our guys then.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
The odd soul?
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
I'm just gonna ask them.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Your boot prints all over the scene?
These boots. We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead.
That's it? They're just gonna admit it?
Why our prints are all over the scene.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Murdered him
How
just
many
like
people
that?
have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
Called the shots that
Are
night.
you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys.
Why don't we just do that then? They're accomplices.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
If we call for reinforcements,
A trick
yeah.
question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
You do? Oh, I thought
It
Elizabeth
wasn't
did.
a question, dickwad. How fucking stupid are you?
This asshole is worse than. Titus runs the Hardy Boys, genius. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
When did it
You
happen?
don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known him?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
Alright, I was gonna talk to her anyway.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end.
Why did you kill him?
'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
He was a merc?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
How do you know he was special? What did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming.
Is it the lady that was smoking upstairs at the very beginning of the game?
Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Make them talk about it.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How did you kill him?
Up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
No, because there was no sign of a struggle.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
They would have had to tie him up first, right?
This is where
or knock him out.
would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
You muffle him?
Titus, you don't...
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
How or where?
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Inside the bar and no one did anything about it?
This one has a distinct style. He puts so much whiny emotion into everything he says, it's hard to see if he's lying. But he could be.
How did you overpower him?
Numbers, asshole. How do you think?
No, he hasn't. Not yet. Actually,
Shit.
they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions...
Maybe one of them is cracking under the pressure.
This one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Shit.
Like what, Copper?
What if I just arrest
yeah,
you?
Lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
Look, Coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
Yeah, but we have a gun.
That's an Easter 50, a Ziemsk-made monstrosity. It'll blow your head.
Oh wait, he has a gun? Oh, I didn't read that part. Can I quick save before I try to arrest him?
The little guy? You're the little guy now.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Yeah, little
What are we gonna do now?
Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
If we go back to our stations, we could just tell everyone what y'all said and then just come back here with more guys.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials.
Where's the 8th
What are
Hardy?
you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
The fake gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here.
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer.
Right, well that was something.
Looks like the circus left him.
I just want to check something real quick.
Again.
Good one.
About fucking time.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Stop shitting your pants. The law.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
We're both the law around here. Oh, never mind, I'm gonna die.
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness.
I've heard this one.
You're still coming up with sentences.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage.
Nothing you can... Cop gives up.
Damn it, I wanted to try grabbing his gun. Alright, well, we still need to talk to that lady on the boat, I think. Does everyone have new stuff to say since it's a new day?
Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my...
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Please don't trouble yourself.
If only they had cell phones in this
I was just hoping to make a
world.
call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast.
What's wrong with the phone
The
line?
manager was vague about
Why would he be vague about phone problems?
to let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Is one of them that dead body?
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. But you have more important things to worry about.
What was this expedition he was on?
Some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
I like insects.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday.
The water lock, you say?
That was broken. Could this be it?
They're probably just stuck there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired.
All right.
You're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now. Got anything new to say?
The man ponders his cooking.
Wait, what's this?
I've got nothing to say to you.
You're the
Why
hardy
are you
girl, ain't
doing
you?
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Change the topic.
Please do.
It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do what you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority.
Why are you so aggressive?
Not aggressive. You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The privatization is not unlawful, it's cool and funny.
Let's.
Alright. We got some new stuff. Is the body still hanging?
There he still is.
And Kuno is still throwing rocks at it.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Oh, these kids are annoying. So not everyone has new stuff to say. I do need to find that lady on the boat. Hey, you weren't here yesterday.
Yes.
Good one?
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Is she such a working class woman?
Then why
isn't she
you working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Good then.
Mm-hmm.
You need help?
What with?
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug.
Give her a hug.
You step in and close your
why is the
arms
screen
around
dark?
this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat.
Keep hugging.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
I'm fighting for the working
Fighting for
class.
it how?
One hug at a time. A hug a day keeps the bourgeoisie away.
Oh. I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade. Is there anything else I can help you with?
All for the
The
moment.
woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
That was a nice little moment.
Hello again, sir.
Who is
That's
she?
Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice.
Oh, she has a husband.
What have you found? And also, do buy the book.
Oh right, this place was closed when I...
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's a businesswoman like you. She's a girl boss.
Not her. Then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Source is the taxidermist shop.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yep, curse is definitely gone.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh, but who
Now,
am I
about
to
that
question your
reward.
methods? All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course. But still, thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed anything.
All right, then. All's well that ends well.
Got a new skill? Limited pain threshold.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. Next to Irv's life story,
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of
Great, I don't need to know anymore.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people who have...
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, it's been over 8 hours. I think my dice already. Wait, where's my flashlight? Where the hell's my flashlight? Oh. Idiot. Right, I was supposed to look for the filament for that computer.
Yes? Yes?
Wait, no, this wasn't the way.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it. It's dark and the echo is so prominent. It's impossible to discern what the voices are saying.
What are you doing? Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
A thick layer of coal. It's dark. The echo is...
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's...
How do I get upstairs? I haven't seen any stairs in this building. Right, I need a new crowbar to open the ice cream maker. Right, so I'm still in the cellar.
Yes?
No, I don't want to talk to you. Go upstairs. I'm here for my dice.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die. 1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
Cool. Oh, that looks awesome. The map tab in the journal, see what weight checks have opened. Oh, the dice actually make me better at checks. I see. Another postcard. I'm upstairs now, but the only one here seems to be the dice lady. Was she the one talking to me through the furnace? Yeah, can't go that way. There's nothing else in here.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
I think I failed.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Fuck you, stupid barbell. Oh! That was a bad move.
Despair creeps into you.
God damn it.
Getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had, you're still coming up with sentences.
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particular...
Nothing you can... Cop gives up.
All because I tried to lift a fucking barbell with no clamps. We got more investigating to do. The books appear to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Oh, those old men are back in the park. I think I may have saved over my conversation with them.
Have you no shame? Whining upon it.
Yep, this conversation never happened.
Ball. No, you got this.
See?
Could the object...
I hope you...
Trying. Shush. Ignore them. They eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Sure, officer. I am... Unfortunately, I don't... In Martin Cop is a...
He doesn't know about
the... But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made really of gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. Yes. No. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your commies, communists, socialists, anarchists. Call them what you like. They just chose a name to feel special. Sadly, should have thought
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
because this place is. Yes. The military coordinated and mountainous was used as one of the. This here is
Blood ground.
Skipping through everything
get
because I
me
had this
wrong,
conversation
I
before.
hate those foreign dogs,
But
but
I had to revert my save because I died.
Right, the rest of,
Well,
you don't.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry. I would have preferred if they right instead. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This was reign as a king. It's no use talking to. Ah, yeah.
oh,
Cocaine.
A superpower. Decisively. Without fear of offending the nation.
don't get.
The carabiner doesn't
What's that about cocaine?
That's why.
I'm satisfied.
Of course.
Philippe Zitter.
He's just making excuses for the king's habit.
From what I've seen of the. Right.
Alright, now let's ruin their game.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes. That's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer.
You know about the dead
Let
man.
me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Really? Nothing
No,
else?
Officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could.
Those
But I
exist?
just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Seems a bit like you're holding
not-
back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone.
Oh, he knows Everard.
In the Union. I just know Everard. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
The gymnasium that is now closed.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on.
I don't know, he looks old enough that he's experienced a lot of history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Everard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes.
You're not an actual member.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Everard keeps me on the payroll.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Ah,
Of course he's not a member.
just like me at my
He's not a
job.
member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be.
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say.
Are
It's
you-
commie propaganda, plain and simple.
Are you a caviar
I
socialist?
don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in.
Wait, how can you write newspaper pieces if you're not political?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
Must believe in something.
I believe everyone has the right to think and do whatever they want, even if it's nothing at all. I'm very adaptable.
Mon Dieu.
That's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
The sandwich looks pretty good.
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft.
Fuck.
In addition
I want
to
a
the
sandwich
obvious
now.
slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
For the
You
rules
must
of the
have other
game.
business then? Oh, the goal is to throw you bull. That's the cochonnet. Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. I could, but I'd rather not. You'll put that knowledge to good use in 50 years. I'm sure of that, officer.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now?
I promise it won't be
Hurry
about
up, then.
Tonk.
Sure, officer.
Alright, can I actually play the game now? Or did I
Vigilance officer.
miss my chance?
What can this all carry?
Fuck, I think I missed my chance to ruin their game. Nothing new to do in the car, right?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Same
puller
as yesterday. Hey, let's go check on the picket line. See if those guys are still standing there.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Hey, isn't he, like, smoking right now?
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit.
That's cope. He's still not saying anything.
The woman still has.
There's the right to work guy.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say like a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you...
Oh really? I have to? Do I even have enough health for that? Here's my medicine. Well, I have full health, I'm just missing morale. I don't know if that fight will damage my morale. Got anything new to say?
Hola, wandering man. How can I? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Wait, we have air support?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology. All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yes?
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise.
Maybe that would work.
I think I'd prefer not to do that.
Your race descent has only worsened since I
Are you not with
am
the Hardy
not
Boys?
The first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him.
What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
You mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blub.
Interesting.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen?
You must be out of your mind.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent.
I won't fucking say anything.
Twists in his grip and the
good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere. I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that Hulk.
I was fighting bad, unsavory ideologies. I'm a hero.
We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile. Let's think of something else.
Well, I had to if I wanted to get any help from that scab guy. Hey, dude, I did what you said.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
What do you mean, leave some space? I need to get close to him to get to the button.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
How do I use those, those medicines I picked up? Alright, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream in a little bit here.
Is this...
I want to see if there's anything new to do with some of these people.
Looking for something odd?
See, into the Whirling in Rags. Bookstore. I didn't talk to the boat lady today. See if I can remember where she is.
Hello again, officers. Have you... Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't
I thought that was
have
just
to do
eyeliner.
anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Does anyone in a city like this? Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. Shoot, pig.
Children yearn for the mines. Oh, there she is.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
All I have
Go
to
ahead.
talk
Ask
to
me
her about
anything.
is really low
Glad to have been of assistance. I'm afraid
success
I
rate
can't say any more
rolls.
until we've taken care of formal protocol. Of course, the situation is what we...
There was a touch of discomfort. She nods.
No, she doesn't have anything new to say. Alright, at 9 p.m. I need to talk to that guy from the balcony again. Wait, can I go in here? Oh, this is the apartment.
Give me a moment.
That real estate lady is still there? No, I don't see her. Uno doesn't care. Weird that the door doesn't give me a locked message like the other doors. Did they just forget to program it?
Trying to sneak up.
Alright, I think next stream I'll try to see if I can get past that guy near the button. But I think I'm going to call it in a little bit. I think I've more or less done everything I can at this hour. I haven't talked to you yet today.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Oh, you're just selling the same stuff. Wait, is that ladder accessible? No, it's not highlighted. What about the repair guy? He's not here.
A rusting control panel. This panel usually closes. You pull the lever all the way up. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality?
I wonder if I'll be able to fix that myself at some point if I get the right tool.
Yes?
Oh wait, is that trash can openable? It's not highlighted.
Officer, the flashlight, please.
Oh, right.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Is he high? And if he is, what's he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Where does a man get Pyrolidon these days?
How would I know?
Pretty obvious.
Parolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster.
The what?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
What's
a
that?
Bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance. A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Why is it called the People's Pile? I think I know why.
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell.
Okay.
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
More about this relief brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
What a noble man.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened.
Maybe I misjudged him.
Why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's. Everyone's. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
So how'd you end up here?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
Ah.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Can you share some with me?
Have you tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. He won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I ride the pyro every day.
Every day? You look the part. Here you go, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Wait, I have to take it now? I can't just save it for later?
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with?
I don't want to take it now. I want to take it, like, in a controlled environment where I can curate my experience a little bit. I need to get some healing. Alright, I think this is where I'm going to end it for the night. We'll stop right by Kim's
In
car.
the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
I'm not even thinking about this.
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Canema. The Caprice motor core with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine.
I heard this
driving
one
on
before.
wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over in the first
The
sharp
high center
corner?
of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Canema effectively a mobile power plant. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR-18GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
7.2. Supercharged.
Fine machine.
An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
Maybe we can do it together.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe.
No.
Good talk. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. That's gonna be it for tonight. I won't be around to stream on Sunday. So my next stream will be next Wednesday night. 8 p.m., the usual time. Okay. Check out my links down in the description if you want to see more. If you want to see my my previous streams, or if you want to keep up with stream announcements and updates. Yeah, that'll do it. Hope you all have a good weekend. I'm going to get a raid going, so stick around for that if you would like. And I will see you all next week.